Hello there, so welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the second part of Swanky Cliff House. Swanky was really the only kind of word I could think of because the interior is kind of interesting. My favorite color is blue. I like kind of cooler tones, but this one has a very warm tone feeling. There's like a lot of like reds, a lot of oranges, a lot of yellows, and a little splash of green as well. So kind of a cool build, but this is sort of the inside taking shape. It was honestly this whole section of the build was just a huge like flat piece of land. So I had a foundation, so I decided to create like a little bit of some verticality with like a sunken living room. So this whole section is a sunken living room. I put a fireplace on one of the sides, but that one obviously is kind of like a faux fireplace. It doesn't really go anywhere. But I just put some carpeting in the living room. The flooring is like this wood. Later on I change it because I don't know, I usually always use like a darker wood, and in this build I guess I kind of wanted to have lighter wood, but I do change it to darker a little bit later. Just put the kitchen along the windows. I do cover up the windows a little bit, but I actually don't mind covering up windows like with cabinets and counters. I know some simmers don't like to do that, but I'm pretty fine with it. So this part is like the dining area, but then later on it kind of changes. It doesn't stay the same because this point I'm just like not happy really with the colors. I'm trying to go with like a red, black, and white theme, but I just really wasn't feeling it, so it completely changes later on, and I think for the better because I think it looks way more interesting. So I forgot what I was gonna say. I even got a little bit fed up with it, so I went to like a color palette website and tried to search some color palettes. I got a like orangey yellow one, and I kind of fit it to the confines, of the colors in The Sims, and I think it turned out okay. But here I'm still kind of going with the red and black and white kind of theme. But I'm pretty happy with the way that it turns out instead of like this colors, because I don't think these colors are very inviting. I don't know. So just put a huge screen TV on the wall, and I know that it's on like a window, but I put it specifically so the TV like sits against like one of the posts of the window. I hope that makes sense. But this is the office space. So it's a huge office. There's actually not much in there because I don't have like many activities. Like in my game, I don't know, I just don't have all the packs or anything. So all I really put in there is like music equipment. So there's like a keyboard, there's like a guitar, and then there is a violin. But the way they put them, none of them like can really be accessible. So your Sims will kind of wave their hands around, but just move the guitar and the violin and you'll be good. So this is the bar area. It's also sunken just because the floor plan of this was really tricky to do. It's a really interesting floor plan. I know I said in like the previous build, or not the previous build, but the previous part of this, Swanky Cliff House or whatever, part 1. But if you were to cut away the tunnel area and the huge like living space, I honestly think that this could be like a good size like family home, and you could fit like a lot of bedrooms in there. Like you can fit the whole house in there, and that'll be good. But I made this way bigger than it needed to be. So the theme of this build, I said the theme of the build in the first part was like rocks and trees, but that's for the exterior. The theme of the interior is struggling to find colors. I could not for the life of me figure out what kind of wallpaper to use, because later on I change it, and then I change it again, and then I think I change it even more. So yeah, But this is kind of where I'm kind of getting the sort of darker, not darker, but more warm colors theme. So there's like a koi fish painting against the back of the bar. And I mean, at this point I kind of wanted it to be a little bit like Asian inspired, but with the rest of the furniture it ended up not being, so it's just this painting that's there. But I really like the koi fish painting. I think it's kind of cute. The only thing though is that when it's like blown up, it gets a little bit blurry, so yeah. And then opposite the bar is a sitting room, just because I did not know what to put there. So I just put a couple of chairs. There's like way too many sitting rooms. I mean, there's a living room. There's like a small sitting room. There's this sitting room. There's like a chair on the upstairs level. There's just so much room to just relax in this house. I mean, there's like a sitting area like outside as well, like on the deck area. And yeah. So this is where kind of like the orange and the yellows are coming together. And of course, changing up the wall paints again, because I couldn't decide. Colors in this was so hard to find. The colors of the walls, the colors of the floors, the colors of the furniture. It was tough, but I think it turns out well. Yeah, I think immediately when I just changed the coloring of the floors, it just made it feel so much more inviting than the white floors. The white floors just, I don't know, it just didn't feel homey enough, so I'm really happy that I changed up the floors. Yeah, that's not conceited to say, is it? That you're happy the way that it turned out? No. And yeah, so just trying to pick a couch, because I don't know, like this front section, it looks a little bit weird because you have to like travel, like the front doors on that side, but then all the living, like the main living area is on the other side of the house, so you have to like go back and forth. And yeah, so there's 2 rooms on either side of the kitchen. This one is the bathroom, and then the other one is the refrigerator as well as the dishwasher and microwave kind of tucked away, because I kind of wanted to create a very clean looking kitchen space. So there's only like a stove that is hidden behind the, I don't know, that marble block, and then there's the sink, and the rest are cabinets, which obviously do not function as like anything, but they're there. Yeah, so inside, like if you want to like cook something, your sim will go to the refrigerator inside the room, and then, you know, cook it on the stove or whatever, prepare it. And yeah, so at this point I'm just trying to create like a little bit more of some warmer tones. As you can see, the range hood, that's what it's called, right? The hood of the stove, like it's kind of like this wood texture, so I kind of wanted to put more darker woods in it. So yeah, I don't know if this is where I change up the dining area. It could be, but I completely get rid of the booths. I liked it in theory. Actually, I still do like it, but I completely change it. Yeah, in this section, because it's a very oddly shaped room, but this section is just where the other sitting room is, so I've just put some chairs there. Yeah. But I get rid of the booths, and I don't know, I think it would be kind of cool to put more booths into my builds. I mean, the only thing though is that the colors are like terrible. None of the colors I liked. But yeah, so this is where the dining area just completely changes. So put some, like a table on a diagonal, just put some chairs aligning it. Change 2 of the chair colors to a different one to just kind of create like a cool contrast. It worked out really well because those are the colors that I have. It was like a brown, a yellow, a green, sort of like going on in the room. And then I made the bold decision of putting plants on the inside. So those shrubs from the outside, I carried on to the inside. There's some screenshots that actually the plants disappear. I think I don't know if it's in live mode or if it could be in live mode, but it's interesting because like if you put both floors up, the plants like disappear, but then if you are only playing on the single level, then they show up. So it's weird, or they don't show up, I should say. And yeah, so here is, I don't know why I did this. I think I just wanted to create something on the second level, so I put like just vines across there. I'm not sure if I like that, but yeah. But just put some more shrubs up on the sort of top floor, and then I also cut away the flooring, if you saw that, of like the bathroom and the like room with the refrigerator. So essentially the bathroom's kind of like open, but it's just open on like the second floor, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. And yeah, so just putting some more paints around, not paints, but like changing up the colors of the walls. This is kind of annoying to me. If you can see like the walls of the second and the first floor, they're different color. Like the bottom floor is darker, and I'm not really sure why that is. It could be the lighting, but it's also like the Sims game. They do that a lot. So yeah, but I may be going a little bit strong with the color scheme here because I do change it up to be like the exact same colors as those chairs. So it's a very strong yellow and orange and green kind of look and feel. And yeah, so just changing up the counters a little bit as well to create a warmer feeling. Again, mixing blacks and browns. Could be a faux pas, but I personally don't mind the black and the brown colors. I think they look okay. And then putting these lighting panels. These also look a little bit Asian as well. So, I don't know. It's kind of cool. Sure. And then, at this point, I've done mostly like all of the things that a Sim needs to live. Of course, there's the bedrooms and stuff, but I couldn't really figure out what to do in this front section. So there's actually a huge section cut away of me like just sitting in front of my computer just thinking about what to put here. So I just put a piano because this grand piano is like huge, takes up a lot of space. It worked. And this is the upstairs. So I mean, I don't know. I wanted to create like a master suite, and I guess I just didn't have enough room for like 2 bedrooms. So I just made it 1 bedroom, and then the room above the study area, that's like a huge master bathroom. And with that said, it's a huge master bathroom, but it does not include the entire full set. So there's a missing shower, and that's actually because, you'll see it later, but I tried to create my own shower. It doesn't function as a shower, although I wish it did. I wish we had those like things where like the shower head just comes out of the wall and you don't really need like the panels on the side, like the surrounds of the shower, but we don't have that in game, so yeah. But I created my own shower. Doesn't really work as anything, but there's a toilet, there's the tub, there's like the corner tub, and then there's like a sink. And this is me putting more of the plants on the inside. Don't pay attention to the screenshots, because in the screenshots, I don't know if you'll notice it, but like it cuts away when you put those half walls on the inside or something. They cut away like the ceiling a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but yeah. So it cuts away a little bit of ceiling, and it's a little bit annoying, but I don't think anybody will notice. And yeah, so this study is like pretty simple. There's really not much in it. There's bookshelves, there's a desk, and a computer, and a TV. I'm not really sure why I put the TV in there, because I feel like that's pointless, but it's there. And yeah, so just change the piano to a white grand piano. I put walls like underneath the stairs, just because I didn't like the floating stairs anymore. And that is really all that I've done at the front of the house. It's so weird because like it's like you invite people in and they have to walk like the length of your house to get to the actual living portion. Yeah, so this is the master bathroom. bathroom, and I put the really cool sinks up against the wall, and then I put another, like a council table underneath it. Unfortunately, that doesn't work, which is really upsetting because I think it looks cool and I did keep it in the download, but I don't think that they work. So you have to delete the council tables for the sink to work, and yeah. And this is where the sort of makeshift shower takes place. I just put a little drain at the bottom of the floor, on the floor, and just kind of lined some of the walls with a window. So it kind of looks like a shower, but it doesn't work as a shower. But you can use the tub, and I think that is that the most expensive tub? Actually, is it? I'm not sure, but it's a nice tub. So you can only take baths, you can't shower or anything, but that's okay. So yeah, and then this is the just very large master bedroom. It was way larger than I thought it was, so I just kind of put furniture here and there to just make it look a little bit more not so huge. Yeah, and yeah, just putting these marble kind of tables across the back of it, and then I use more of the lighting panels on the walls, and I kind of put a desk kind of smushed into the marble counters, and it actually works too because I did test it and my sim could use it, which is kind of cool. The only thing though is that his knees kind of like merged into the marble, so just don't mind that. But it looks cool because the monitor is actually like right on top of the marble, so it almost looks like it goes like very nicely. And yeah, so I just put curtains behind the bed, and yeah, at this point also carrying forth the greens, the reds, the yellows, the orange. There's a lot of colors going on in this, and then I use these plants, which I never really use just because the plant seems so small compared to the planter, but I put it I merged it with the marble countertops, and I think it looks kind of cool because there's like plants on either side of the bed. And then this is the opposite wall. The opposite wall is a little bit tricky. I wasn't really sure what I was going for, but just put like a dresser and then put like a table kind of merged in, and then later on I put like little like shoes underneath the table, and there's a TV. I usually try not to put TVs in my master bedrooms because I don't really like TVs in bedrooms. They're okay, I guess, but yeah. At this point, now we're doing the outside. So there's outdoor living spaces as well. There's a barbecue section, or a grill section, I should say. There's outdoor dining area. There's an outdoor sitting area. So it's quite nice. And those, so if you could see the one, I hope I'm explaining this right, but it's essentially like a fireplace opposite the barbecue. Those are like lights, so when you play the game, when you load up the game, you can kind of hear this like crackling, and when I played the game I was like, what is that sound that I'm hearing? So it was because all the lights were turned on. So I would suggest turning off those light/fireplaces because they make sound, and there's like 4 of them in this build, so the crackling is like pretty significant when you're playing the game. So just turn them off. But yeah, you can turn them on at night because they are lights, so they do, hopefully, I think they produce light, maybe. This is the sitting area, pretty simple. Dining area is pretty simple as well. And I use those chairs, and they are in the catalog. They're kind of like the cheaper chairs, but I actually don't mind them. They look pretty cool. They're kind of nice. I like the black and wood toned colors together. Those are kind of cool. But just putting some finishing details, putting subway tiles on the master bathroom, putting a chair up on this level because really wasn't sure what to put there. And yeah, I did forget to show the sloth painting, mostly just because I forgot, but it is in the download. So if you don't know, I put the sloth painting in every single one of my builds, even if it goes out of place. And in this build, it was a little bit of a struggle because it was a little bit out of place, but I just snuck it in there even though it didn't quite go. So yeah. But these are screenshots. This is the foyer. This is the study. Kind of nice. That you could see the ceiling cut away a little bit. This is the bar area with a nice koi fish painting. The downstairs, and you can see up the top the my little shrubs disappeared. If they did, yeah. So I went down a floor, and you can see the shrubs here. And then yeah, you can see that there's like 2 fireplaces in this one common area, which is weird, but I don't mind it. And yeah, so this is it from up above. You can see all the windows, all the textures. This is the master bedroom and the master bathroom. And now we go on to the outside, which has just some outdoor furniture. Yeah, I really like those little trees and those planters. They're kind of cute. This is at nighttime. And you can see now the floor plans. So the first floor, second floor, and the roof or 3rd floor, whatever. But yeah, so that's really it. Just one last finishing picture. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.